Why is Canadian English so cool, eh? Have you ever wondered what makes it stand out from other forms of English? Well, you're in for a treat. Have you ever noticed how Canadians have a unique way of speaking? It's not just the accent, but the words and phrases they use that make it so distinctive. It's not quite American, not quite British, but something totally awesome on its own. Canadian English is a fascinating blend of influences from both sides of the Atlantic. Canadian English is like a linguistic superhero, borrowing powers from different languages to create its own distinct sound. Imagine a superhero with the strength of American English and the finesse of British English, but with its own unique twist. So, why is Canadian English so unique? Let's dive in and find out. From the way Canadians pronounce certain words to the special vocabulary they use, there's so much to explore. Get ready to explore a world of funny words, cool accents, and that famous little word "eh." You'll discover terms like toque for a winter hat, loonie for a $1 coin, and of course the ubiquitous "a" that adds a friendly touch to any sentence. We'll uncover the secrets of Canadian English and discover why it's so special. From its historical roots to its modern-day usage, Canadian English is a treasure trove of linguistic gems. Buckle up, language lovers, because we're about to embark on an epic adventure through the wonderful world of Canadian English. Whether you're a linguistics enthusiast or just curious about how Canadians talk, this journey will be both educational and entertaining. So let's get started and see what makes Canadian English so cool, eh? Loyalists, French, and Indigenous, oh my! Canada is a land of rich cultural diversity, and this is beautifully reflected in the way Canadians speak. The English spoken here is a unique blend, influenced by various groups who have called this land home. Canadian English is like a delicious melting pot of languages, with influences from all over the world. Imagine a vibrant stew simmering on the stove, each ingredient adding its own flavor and character. That's what makes Canadian English so special and unique. Imagine a group of chefs adding their own special ingredients to create a masterpiece dish. That's Canadian English. Each chef represents a different cultural influence, contributing their own unique spices and flavors to the mix. One of the biggest influences comes from British English, thanks to the Loyalists. These were British folks who moved to Canada way back when, bringing with them their language, customs, and traditions. These settlers played a crucial role in shaping the linguistic landscape of Canada. They brought their British words and accents, which helped shape the way Canadians speak today. Words like color and favorite still bear the mark of British spelling. They brought their British words and accents, which helped shape the way Canadians speak today. The British influence is still evident in the way Canadians spell and pronounce certain words. Then there's the French influence, especially in Quebec. The French settlers brought their own language and culture, which has had a lasting impact on Canadian English. They added words like dépanneur for a corner store and terrasse for a patio. These words have become an integral part of the Canadian lexicon, especially in Quebec. And let's not forget the Indigenous languages that have been spoken in Canada for centuries. The Indigenous peoples have contributed immensely to the Canadian vocabulary, enriching it with words that describe the natural world and traditional practices. They've given us amazing words like kayak, moose, and toboggan. These words not only add to the richness of the language, but also provide a glimpse into the Indigenous way of life and their deep connection with nature. So the next time you hear a Canadian speak, remember that their words are a beautiful tapestry woven from the threads of many cultures and histories. To you or not to you, that is the question. One of the things that makes Canadian English super interesting is its spelling. It's like a fun game of spot the difference between British and American English. Sometimes, Canadians use the British way, like spelling color with a U. Other times, they go with the American way, like spelling analyze with a Z. Can you guess which spelling is more common in Canada? It's a bit of a trick question. Both are used, which just shows how Canadian English likes to borrow from different places. This blend of spellings makes Canadian English unique and shows how it's connected to both British and American English. Weird words from the Great White North. Canada is known for its breathtaking landscapes, friendly people, and unique culture. But did you know that Canadian English has some truly fascinating and quirky words that you won't hear anywhere else? Let's dive into the world of Canadian lingo and explore some of these weird and wonderful words. Now let's talk about some of the most fun and unique words in Canadian English. These words are not just random slang. They reflect the rich cultural tapestry of Canada, influenced by its history, geography, and the diverse communities that call it home. These words might sound strange to people from other countries, but they're all part of what makes Canadian English so awesome. From coast to coast, Canadians have developed their own special way of speaking that adds color and character to everyday conversations. Garburator. This is a fancy way of saying garbage disposal, the handy device that gobbles up food scraps in the kitchen sink. Imagine you're cleaning up after a big family dinner, and instead of throwing food scraps in the trash, you just toss them into the garburator. It's efficient and keeps your kitchen clean. Runners? If you're looking for sneakers in Canada, just ask for runners. Whether you're heading out for a jog, hitting the gym, or just running errands, your trusty runners will get you where you need to go. It's a much cooler way to refer to your favorite shoes. Canadians love their runners, and you'll often see people sporting them in all kinds of settings, from casual outings to more athletic pursuits. So next time you're in Canada, don't forget to pack your runners. 2-4. This doesn't mean 2-4. It's actually a slang term for a case of 24 beers. Perfect for a weekend at the cottage or a hockey game with friends. Imagine you're planning a get-together with your buddies and someone says, "Don't forget to bring a 2-4. Now you know they're talking about a case of beer. The 2-4 is a staple in Canadian social gatherings, especially during the summer months when people head to their cottages or gather to watch a hockey game. It's a symbol of camaraderie and good times shared with friends and family. Chesterfield, forget couch or sofa in Canada, it's all about the Chesterfield. This term might sound a bit old-fashioned, but it's still widely used across the country. Picture yourself sinking into a comfy Chesterfield after a long day, ready to unwind and relax. It's a comfy place to relax and watch some hockey. Whether you're cheering for your favorite team or just enjoying a quiet evening at home, the Chesterfield is the perfect spot to kick back and take it easy. Poutine. Last but not least, we have the king or queen of Canadian foods, poutine. This delicious dish features crispy fries smothered in gravy and cheese curds. Yum! It's a must-try for anyone visiting Canada, and you'll find it on the menu at diners, food trucks, and even high-end restaurants. Poutine is more than just a tasty treat. It's a beloved part of Canadian culinary culture. Whether you're enjoying it as a late-night snack or a hearty meal, poutine is sure to satisfy your cravings. So next time you're in Canada, be sure to indulge in this iconic dish and experience a true taste of the Great White North. No exploration of Canadian English would be complete without mentioning the magical word "eh." It's like a secret code word that instantly identifies you as a Canadian, even if you're wearing a disguise. But what does "eh" actually mean? Well, it's kind of like saying, right? Or, at the end of a sentence. It's a way of checking in with the person you're talking to and making sure they're following along. For example, you might say it's a beautiful day, eh? Or, that hockey game was amazing, eh? It's a friendly way to keep the conversation flowing and make sure everyone's on the same page. Just like there are different accents in the United States and the United Kingdom, there are also different accents in Canada. From the East Coast to the West Coast, Canadians have their own unique ways of pronouncing words. For example, you might hear Canadians say oot instead of out or a boot instead of about. And if you travel to the East Coast, you might encounter the unique dialect of Newfoundland, which has its own special words and phrases. These regional accents add even more flavor to Canadian English, making it a truly diverse and interesting language to explore. So what makes Canadian English so special? It's the incredible blend of influences from different cultures and languages. Like a beautiful mosaic, Canadian English is made up of many different pieces, each one adding its own unique color and texture. From the British English of the Loyalists to the French spoken in Quebec and the Indigenous languages that have been spoken in Canada for centuries, Canadian English is a true melting pot of linguistic diversity. And let's not forget the influence of American English, which is always present thanks to television, movies, and music. Canadian English is like a child who grew up surrounded by different cultures and languages. It took a little bit from each one, creating its own unique identity in the process. It's polite and friendly, just like Canadians themselves. It's adaptable and ever-changing, reflecting the country's multiculturalism. Canadian English is a testament to the power of language to bring people together and create something truly special. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the awesome world of Canadian English. We've explored its history, its quirks, and its unique charm. Now it's your turn to share your thoughts. What's your favorite Canadian word or phrase? Have you ever heard someone say "a" in real life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And remember, whether you're a language enthusiast or just curious about different ways of speaking, there's always something new and exciting to discover in the world of Canadian English.